What is going on, everybody? It's Nothing But Skills, and today we're going to be talking about the news we got from the Division 2. Division 2 did announce that tomorrow, Wednesday, March 25th, we are getting a full 8.4 update patch. So this is going to be title update 8.4. The estimate downtime is going to be around 3 hours, but they had a full list of the patch notes, and that's what I really want to go over with you. So if you click right here, you can see the full patch notes they have. So one thing I noticed just briefly going over all of this, that they made a lot of changes that a lot of you guys were asking for. So let's talk about the gameplay changes that they made coming in this update. Seasonal Manhunt is changed to allow progress at normal difficulty and above. This will make playing together easier, as players will gain progress no matter what difficulty was set by the group leader. Seasonal Manhunt is receiving a button in Manhunt UI that allows players to reset the manhunt to replay it. This allows players to reset the progress specifically and without changing the global difficulty. That's pretty cool, because like a lot of times you just want to redo it, right? You're bored. You're like, you know what? I really just want to redo this, but now I'm having to switch it to challenging and then switching it back to heroic if you want to do it on heroic. So that's pretty cool. I like that feature. This also means changing the global difficulty will not reset Seasonal Manhunt, and players are required to reset it via the Seasonal Manhunt UI. I like that. The Coyote's mask will now drop from Coyote with an increased drop chance at higher difficulty. So if you didn't get the Coyote mask, or you haven't got the Coyote mask, you can get it from the boss Coyote. We are also looking into providing the mask for players that have not received them, even though they reach season rank 35. So some of you guys complained that you guys didn't receive the mask at 35. Well, now they will be giving you guys that mask. They're trying to figure that out. They're going to increase the reward quality for the following open world activities to be in line with other activities. So public execution, settlement, blockade, and propaganda broadcasts will have better rewards to kind of line up with everything else you see. Reward caches from conflict matches are at maximum level now. So if you like playing PvP, well, you guys have a reason to. Reward caches are now at maximum level. So developer notes for balancing changes. A lot of balancing changes happen, and they said that the game was tuned in a way that playing the exact same enemy composition at a higher difficulty and higher player counts would match to the expected gear of what difficulty and extra players added. However, since the game also adds more elites and veterans to accommodate for higher difficulty and then player counts, this caused tuning to overcompensate health and damage higher than intended. We are thus lowering many of these values. So they're going to lower some of those values to balance out the game a little bit for a lot of you guys who were complaining about group play. Reduce NPC damage output for all difficulties. This applies to NPCs and activities, and enemies will do less damage to players compared to their current damage output. They also reduce the NPC health and armor for group scaling. Enemy health and armor scaling from 2 to 3 to 4 player groups based on veterancy. This means red enemies, veteran, elite, and named enemies will have their health and armor reduced compared to their current values. Additionally, we are adjusting health and armor based on activity difficulty. So a lot of you guys who were complaining about the red enemies, the veteran enemies, elite enemies, they should be more tuned to their difficulty. So red, veteran, elite, and named. This applies to hard and challenging difficulties where enemies will have lower health and armor compared to their current values. So that's pretty good. I know a lot of people complained about hard and challenging. I usually play on heroic. I really didn't see too difficulty. Solo, group, I felt the scaling did get a little bit, but they're going to lower the health and armor compared to their current values. An exception are heroic and legendary difficulty enemies, which will have their health and armor increased to compensate for the group scaling reduction to their values. So it seems that you're still going to have a tough time on heroic and legendary. Now, they did want to say we still intend heroic and legendaries to be challenging, which I'm hoping, because legendaries should be challenging. Therefore, we are increasing the base difficulty to account for the health reduction for co-op scaling. And I think they mentioned that in the comment above. Compared to now, this means heroic and legendary will be a bit harder for solo players, 2-player groups, 3-player groups, and will stay roughly the same for 4-player difficulty will be easier. So looks like 3-player difficulty will stay the same, 4-player difficulty will be easier, and solo player and 2-player groups will be a bit harder. I really didn't see heroic being too hard. I couldn't do legendary solo, but heroic wasn't too hard. So if it's just a bit harder, I don't have an issue with it. So Black Tusk specifically, adjustments which went live earlier this week. They reduced the health of the Warhounds. They reduced the damage of Warhound snipers. I like that. Those do sometimes take some damage. Reduced the damage of the 360 spin for the Warhog minigun. Increased the intention icon duration of the 360 spin for the Warhound. So it looks like the Warhound got a lot of tweaks. Reduced weak points health of the Warhound. Support station. So they did work on the support station. Reduced the base health of the support station. Adjusted the health scaling of the support station with veterancies. That needed to be done. You know, that support station that they would throw down was OP. Sometimes it was way in the back, but I mean, if you could shoot it, it wasn't too bad. But I'm glad they made the they adjusted it. Increased likelihood that the support station being deployed in an open, away from cover area, and then EMP effects will now damage the support station. That needed to be done. I don't know what was going on. The EMPs weren't working, but now they will damage the support station. So big change. I love that. Level 30 World Tier 1 to World Tier 5 content NPC damage, health, and armor receive additional reduction. A lot of people who didn't get the new content were saying, man, what's going on? Like, are you guys, it's really hard to do these challenging missions, heroic missions. I can't even do them anymore. The control points. And now they are going to adjust that for you guys. Pre-Warlords, the New York content has lower maximum values to weapon damage, skill damage, and armor than level 31 plus content. So difficulty is now tuned separately for pre-expansion World Tier content. So that's what they did with the whole World Tier 1 to World Tier 5. Now for PvP, they did balance. All PvP weapons have a negative 20% less damage you're going to do to other players. PvP rifles, an additional negative 10%, so a total 30%. And then the same thing for your sniper rifles, additional 10%. So it looks like rifles, snipers, marksman rifles got a total 30%, all PvP weapons 20%. For the skills, cluster mines, seeker mines reduce the distance to bull charge from 12 meters to 10 meters, and they reduce the distance from end to explode from 6 meters to 4 meters. These changes should make the cluster seeker mine feel a bit more responsive. Okay, I can see that happening. I didn't really have too much issues with the cluster, but they're fixing it. Now, a lot of the bug fixes, a lot of you guys were complaining about it. Here are some of the ones that they're addressing in this patch. Fix an issue that could cause an in-game setting to reset after the player respawns. Fix issues causing the seasonal manhunt progression to reset when changing directives. Fix an issue causing a peril event, urban jungle, scheduled to not show currently in game. Okay, so that's our next apparel event. Fix an issue causing target intel to be delivered to the mailbox. This was now removed as target intel is no longer used in the game. Yeah, there's no more target intel. You guys should know that. You don't have to pay for bounties. Bounties are 100% free. Fix an issue causing the sticky bomb to not do damage under circumstances. Fix issues causing the shock trap to be very close together when launched. Fix an issue causing global event difficulty to affect the Operation Dark Hours raid. Fix an issue causing specialization to not unlock while owning the Ultimate Edition or having purchased the Year 1 bundle. Fix an issue causing season rewards to be skipped and instead giving players duplicates when gaining multiple season levels. Fix an issue causing the objective complete the Roosevelt Island mission on hard or higher difficulty to not count toward the daily Project Outcast hunt. And then fix the issue that caused level 35 season rewards to not be delivered. Fix an issue causing unintended health values on shields. So a lot of you guys who had those huge amount of shields, health on shields, they fixed that. Fix an issue causing season ranks to be reset. So everybody who was complaining about those season ranks, well, here you go. They fixed that. And then they fixed the issue causing league mission timers to reset when rogue encounters wipe the group. So those were some of the big bug fixes that they did change. And they did say that we are still evaluating several changes that are coming on the server side, and we'll up this post reflect any changes. So I'm assuming that that has to do with any glitches, any bugs, anything else that they need to do on the server side. They'll fix all that. But yeah, those are the big changes coming with this new update. That's a lot of information there. I hope you guys enjoyed this information. What do you guys think about these changes? What do you guys think about the changes coming in Title Update 8.4? I see a lot of really good things here. I understand that it's going to take them a little bit of time to really work out all the kinks for all the bugs in the game, but little by little, hopefully they'll take care of it all, and then hopefully we can get the game that we deserve and everybody will be happy camper, right? Well, we're gonna wrap up this video here, guys. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up. And if you guys are new to my channel, first time watching any of my videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, turn that notification bell on, so when I release a video, you guys get notified. Until the next one, Nothing But Skills is out.